Welcome back and welcome to a rainy small town here in Sweden. We are in the town of Älmhult and we're here for a very special hotel. Something a bit different to anything I've done on the channel before, but I thought this was too good to miss. We're here in this not very famous town because of a company that started here. That company is IKEA. Obviously, we're in Sweden, of course it's IKEA. But in order to celebrate the fact that the company was started in this town, there are two very cool things here. One is where I'm staying tonight, and that is the IKEA Hotel. Over there behind me, the only IKEA hotel in the world. I hope I don't have to build my room myself, because it might be a bit of a late night, not the fastest with DIY. The other very cool thing here in this town is this building, the IKEA Museum. Apparently I get free entrance with my hotel booking, so we'll go and check that out after we go and check in. Here we go, second floor. Oh, this is cool. There's like a whole little lounge area. Free teas and coffee. But this is literally like being in a showroom in IKEA. Which I know kind of makes sense, but still pretty cool. Here we go. Let's have a look at the IKEA Hotel. Oh, we don't have to build anything. This is pretty nice. It's very IKEA though. Which is not a bad thing. Bed looks decent. See what the bathroom's like. Oh, actually, I better put my key card in the thing to get the lights to work. There we go. Pretty nice. Fair play. I think this is going to do perfectly well. IKEA Hotel. Who knew? Anyway, I'm going to put my stuff down and then probably head over to the museum. Well, this is... Oh, they're nice pillows. And this is the bed. It seems fairly comfy. Oh, it's quite a soft mattress. Might not have the best sleep in the world tonight. But I'll let you know about that in the morning. What else have we got by here? Some plugs, some lights. Nice IKEA ones, obviously. What's this? Difficulty sleeping. Listen to the IKEA story here. Might give that a go later. Little desk. I think I had this one when I was back in school at home. Looks very familiar. Nice chair. If I wanted to do any work, which I won't be, I'm only here for the night. Nice little chair here in the other corner. It's quite funny, it is just like being in the showroom, in the shops. It's a little bit mad. Check out the bathroom next, I think. It's this very cool clock. I can't say I've ever noticed one of these in the store before. There you go. It's 3:30. Some coat hangers, a shoehorn. Oh, I haven't seen a shoehorn in years. Welcome to the bathroom. Here I am. Nice looking shower. That looks like it'll do the job nicely. Little bathroom. Yeah, I mean, what more do you need? It's a fairly cheap hotel here in Sweden. There is a restaurant on site as well, which we will head to in a bit when it gets to dinner time. Experience IKEA in Älmhult. There's our free ticket for the museum. Head over there in a minute, I think. It's open until 6, so there's no massive rush, but I'd rather get over there now. Really soak it all in. I don't know, it might be alright actually, the IKEA Museum. Depends whether they've kind of been serious with it or whether they've kind of played around with it a bit. Because if it is just a museum showing off different designs of old IKEA beds and drawers and stuff, probably won't be that great, but I don't know. They might have had a sense of humour with it. There's no real view to speak of. It's kind of just of the, I think possibly a distribution centre. Some IKEA vans down there. Right, I think it's time to go and make use of this. Let's head over to the museum. Well, we're back downstairs. This is the reception area. Look how cool this is. All the IKEA living room section. They've even got that cool little monkey toy. So, do you think this town is famous for IKEA? Right, let's see what the IKEA Museum has to offer then. Let's go through this shipping container entrance to get inside first. Proper museum starts upstairs, so I think we'll head up there. There's this whole shop area as well, which is pretty cool. There's this case of everyday items. Some of them look very familiar, like these pots and pans that I have in my house. Well, there's this cool section where you decide, and they've got some cases. Would you consider drinking hot drinks more often from glass, which can be recycled rather than ceramic? Probably yes. Is it more comfortable for you to sit on a chair that rocks nicely using laminated wood? I'd quite like a little rocking chair. Go on. Does it matter to you that your freezer bags are made from partly renewable material? Yeah, it probably does. Can removable and machine washable make your life at home easier? Absolutely yes. Don't know who those 2,600 people are. Think that their sofa being non-machine washable is better. That's crazy to me. It's a pretty cool museum though. There's another floor upstairs, so we might go up there now after finishing in this section. Right, they've got a flat pack challenge here. Let's have a go. Oh shit, that's awful. Oh. I'm blaming this on the fact that the screen isn't particularly brilliant at sensitivity. Come on. Oh. Well, that was working. Come on. No. I'm gonna lose here. Oh dear, that was humbling. Well, this is IKEA's main thing, the democratic design. You've got to design products that have good function, form, quality, while also having low prices and sustainability. Me, personally, I think they probably nailed that, to be honest. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I really like it. In the 1950s, there was only one. In the 60s, a few more. The 70s, into a bit more of Europe and Canada, by the looks of it. The 80s. Loads more in the 90s. 2000s in Europe is pretty much all lit up. 2010s. And now 2020s. Look at that. IKEA pretty much all over the world. They're wrong though, because there should be one there in Cardiff. But the map is slightly off. That is pretty cool to see though. Is that every continent? Oceania, Asia, a few in North Africa, Europe, North and South America. I want to know who's cutting about in Colombia with our IKEA bed. Anyway, let's carry this on. IKEA through the ages. I don't know where we're going next. 2000s. Now that is a 2000s scene if I've ever seen one. A floppy disk. Oh, I forgot all about floppy disks. We're actually at the start of the IKEA Through the Ages exhibition now, so we're in the 50s, which is when IKEA opened its first actual store. Which was right here.
Have a seat.
We call our quality testing mobile factor. Each item has to pass the test before it wears the mobile factor label.
Mom, can I have a cookie? 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 You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt.
I mean, if it's counting sit-downs, it would be rude not to, wouldn't it? Let's have a little. There we go. There we go. Boost their numbers by 3. These are quite funny. All this IKEA Museum merch. They've even got the postcode on the back. And I'm destroying the shop. Do I want a pen that says IKEA Museum on it? I don't know. There aren't that many like actual gifts. It's kind of just cool, trendy IKEA stuff. I'm just 25. I don't know. I'm not great with the Swedish currency. I couldn't tell you how much it is. Let's have a look. £25 is £2. Am I going to spend £2 on an IKEA pen? Yeah, I think I probably am. Get this. Right, silly IKEA pen bought. Back out into this rain. The weather's horrible today. And I think it is time to head to the IKEA restaurant that they've got here. It's called Grillen. So yeah, that is the proper restaurant, and I'll head there now, I think. Get breakfast in there tomorrow as well, so that's pretty nice. The room wasn't actually that expensive either, so it's always a bonus. Anyway, I'm going to leave because my camera is currently getting dripped on. Here we go then. This is the IKEA restaurant here, Grillen. I think it is officially part of the hotel company. So let's head inside. I don't know whether it is actually just IKEA food or not. I'm not too sure. So this place is very, very nice. It's actually much fancier than I thought it would be. We've got a proper... And there's like a proper menu as well. There's a whole hot dog menu. And there's other stuff on the main menu, but I think I'm going to just go for a hot dog. Sadly, the proper IKEA style restaurant used to be inside the hotel, I found out, but is currently closed. So this is the only restaurant here. So no meatballs, sadly, but this fancy hot dog should hopefully be quite nice. IKEA beer. Cheers. Well, there we go then. That was Grillen. Not exactly the typical IKEA fare that I really had in mind, but it was pretty good. The hot dog was nice. Chips are chips. Yeah, bit of a shame. It doesn't matter too much. I can live without IKEA meatballs. I can always get them in Cardiff. Anyway, back to the lovely IKEA Hotel, which has IKEA electric vehicle charging. Something you might be interested in. But yeah, time to head back into the hotel and time to get comfy. Right then, back in the room now. It's a little bit late in the evening. Gonna sit back, gonna see what Swedish TV has to offer and just kind of relax a little bit. Currently got some Swedish news on and some snacks that I picked up down at reception. We've got some Belonging, which I think is a fake Twix, and Theatakt, which is some, I don't know, cola bottles, I think. Although they're not bottles, I don't know what shape that is. No idea. Oh, I think they're meant to be Viking ships. I've just realised that the picture by there is of a... Yeah, right, that makes more sense. Well, Swedish TV entertainment of choice for tonight is the Paralympics bronze medal curling game. Should do the job. Nice, chilled couple of hours, just watching some telly. Test out what the beds are like. And hopefully, all being well, I won't see you till the morning. And I'll let you know what the sleep quality is like here at the IKEA Hotel. So, good night from me, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning from the IKEA Hotel. I actually slept much better than I thought I would. Turns out the soft bed is quite nice. Woke up like once, but other than that, it was pretty good. Rooms are quite quiet. It's quite dark apart from that bit of the curtain that I clearly didn't pull across properly. Yeah, great, really. I'll wake up a little bit more and then talk again in a bit. Well, I don't remember if I mentioned this yesterday, but as part of this hotel, you do get free breakfast as well. I'm not a massive breakfast eater, so giving it a miss, but it's pretty good that they include it. Just crack these curtains open properly and have a look at this. Didn't expect snow in March, but IKEA Town is delivering. Well, just like that, it's time to head back to the train station here in Älmhult and get my train back to Copenhagen to fly home. I'll do a proper debrief at the station when I've got a little bit more time. Right, let's say goodbye to the IKEA Hotel. You were a fun and whimsical night's stay. And now, to walk in the snow to Älmhult train station. This is definitely the wrong type of hat for this kind of weather, but I didn't think it was going to snow. We're like nearly 2 weeks into March. But yeah, my fault. Should have expected snow in Sweden, probably. Oh well. Only a couple of minutes to the train station, and then a couple of hours back to Copenhagen Airport. Not too bad. Okay, so before I get the train, let's do a little debrief. How much did that night in the IKEA Hotel cost? Well, it was actually surprisingly cheap. It's IKEA. They try and keep things as low cost as possible, and they did. It was around £60 for the one night, and that included free entrance to the museum and free breakfast if you wanted it. I think that's pretty good value for money. It's definitely up there in one of the cheaper hotels in Sweden. It's also worth pointing out that I went for the most expensive room. I was in a double room. They also have a room that they call a cabin room, which does look quite small, and that's why I went for a double. I will show you some photos of that now. So this is what the cabin room looks like on the IKEA Hotel website. As you see, you get the little room, and then it's a shared bathroom sort of situation. It looks okay though, and you get your own space, but it is a maximum of one person. But those cabin rooms you can get for as little as £25 a night. So it's really, really good, affordable accommodation. And actually, Älmhult is pretty well connected on the trains. There's regular trains going down to Malmö and Copenhagen, and trains up to Kalmar and a couple of other places as well, I think. So you're pretty much in the middle of this southern part of Sweden. It's pretty good. So yeah, it was affordable. How did I sleep? That's the next question. I would say I slept pretty well. I would give it about a 7 out of 10 on sleep quality. I think that's a pretty fair assessment. I woke up a couple of times, but I'm not entirely sure that was down to the hotel's fault. Anyway, all that's left for me to do now is get this train back down to Copenhagen and fly home. So I hope you enjoyed this slightly different video. If you did, then stick around, and I'll see you next time.